good.
Was goody, man.
Was goody.
Salute. What's happening?
Salute. It's your boy Kev. You already know what it is. Tough
Right.
loss. That was tough loss.
Yeah.
That one y'all got to hold. Y'all got to hold that one. Like y'all say in New York, hold that, son. Y'all got to hold that
We
one.
gotta hold that.
That was a good game, though. I got to get boy. The Knicks had me scared for a minute.
Yo.
Oh, man.
They had me thinking for a minute. Well, I was
compared to what they did last game, this was a much stronger effort from y'all boys. So I'm gonna give y'all props to y'all credit. Y'all did come out playing with a lot more effort and energy. Y'all didn't wilt like how y'all did in game 3 when we started developing a lead in game 3. Y'all just kind of bowed y'all heads down and just took it. But in this game, y'all fought back. Every time we tried to stretch that lead, y'all fought back.
Every time.
Y'all, shout out to y'all for that effort tonight.
Yeah. RJ went crazy too. That boy RJ went crazy.
What did I tell y'all? I told y'all RJ. To me, the way that y'all play us, RJ is more dangerous against us than any of the other guys that I see. His value is immeasurable against a team like us because he's versatile. But that's as far as I'm going with giving y'all props. I'm about to slaughter y'all.
I mean, I can't even say that because JB gave us 32 tonight. You feel me? And when he had like 10 assists.
I was scared of him.
He did. Jalen Brunson did his thing. He will outplay RJ, but I just feel like the way that y'all utilize RJ against us, he has the more potential to hurt us the way that y'all use him. But he came up short. So, shout out again to y'all for the effort. But RJ did go 9 for 16, so he shot the ball pretty well. 3 for 5 from 3-point land, 24 overall points. He was very efficient. He was extremely efficient.
Shout out to Jimmy J1 and Darlene in the building. I see y'all. This game came down to rebounding, man. That's the long and short of it. Pause. You know what I mean? Like, we were plugging away. I felt like we was playing well defensively. We were getting. Well, the stop is not a stop until you rebound the ball. But we was initially getting the stops, but we couldn't close out the defensive possessions with rebounds, especially in the fourth quarter. It was driving me fucking insane. Watching y'all get three offensive rebounds in one possession was having me losing my mind. And it's not like we weren't scoring. Well, we both kind of sucked. Pause in the fourth quarter offensively. I'm not gonna lie. It was bad offense all around.
Yeah, it was a bad stretch.
It was
a bad stretch for both teams. It was hard to watch for a minute.
I was like,
I just couldn't for the life of me understand why we weren't getting the rebounds, and then Coach Tommy T went back to Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson was giving me a headache all game with not being able to go back up. You get the rebound, bro. You're 7 feet tall. You're 3 feet away from the basket. Why are you putting the basketball on the floor, bro? Like, why? Why are you putting the basketball on the floor so close to the basket, man? Like, it just.
A lot of you guys is I would say what helped us as far as rebounding from where I sat is it was just effort. A lot of those offensive rebounds that we were getting was literally Kyle Lowry just tracking the ball while y'all just standing in the paint. Y'all boys was just literally just standing there watching the ball come off the rim. Whereas our players, our team, we were focused and locked in on where the ball was coming off. Before the shot even came off, Kyle almost looked like he knew exactly where the rebound was going to be. So he ran to where the ball was coming from rather than running at the rim. So that's anticipation. And that was huge because our guards, I didn't see our guards rebounding this well, but overall, our bench alone gave us 14 rebounds in that game. And that's effort. That's effort. That has nothing to do with size. Nothing. That's straight effort. Who wants it? It's who wants it. And it looked like we really wanted that game. We showed, that we could win a 20-point game or whatever. But when it got close and it was grind time, like my man GC, I was a little concerned. I was like, okay, how are we going to respond? Are we going to be able to match this level of energy from the Knicks?
Y'all was giving us mad energy, mad energy, man.
So shout out to our boys for matching that and winning a grind out game with 14 rebounds off the bench. Some of those offensive rebounds we got were demoralizing, y'all. Like I could see the body language in your players when we would get like 2 or 3 offensive. It's almost like I see Mitchell Robinson's head just shrug down after one of those offensive rebounds. And Julius Randle was just like putting his hands up in the air. It was demoralizing. And
his face said it all.
Like, you know, even Josh Hart said it one time when he was playing, and he told Mitchell Robinson, like, you get regular rebounds, I get rebounds that crush teams. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I was getting those rebounds that was taking the air out of the team. But offensively, we didn't get. Even then, we still wasn't really giving up. It's just we could not get the rebound. We could not secure the rebound. You know, I have to say this. I know Kev is waiting to talk. GCU ready to talk. I'm a big Julius Randle supporter. I've had been since his downturn last season. And offensively, he was great. Not great. He was good tonight. But defensively, he was dog shit. He pissed me off all game defensively. Like there was the way he was closing out. It was atrocious. He wasn't helping, like on the weak side. Like it was one play inbound. Jimmy Butler get the ball right underneath the hoop. Julius Randle's right there. You got him trapped on the baseline. Why don't you collapse?
Yeah. I saw that. And why did they let Bam dunk so much?
He just floated in there for an easy lay-in. I was like, yo, that was too easy. Like, did Jimmy just walk in the paint and shoot a little cherry pick and layup? Like, that was.
He did the same thing last. He did the same thing in the last game too, and on Randle. He did the same exact thing on Randle last game. Like when Randle just looked at him, he just scattered. Ooh, nice little cherry pick layup, and it was anyway. They let Bam dunk so much. Like they let Bam get to the rim so many times.
He had so many dunks in this game.
He was dunking everywhere. And then when they let Caleb Martin dunk on all 3 of them, I think it was Grimes, Randle.
That's the dunk of the series. That's the dunk of the series.
I just mentioned closeouts, and that was a Julius Randle closeout.
Yeah. They were saying he didn't move his feet.
Yeah, he wasn't set up correctly.
Yeah, that's what they said. They said he drug his feet, and then Grimes and I think Mitchell tried to close out on Caleb Martin, but by then he was already in the air over both of them, and Julius just watched. He just basically looked, and then one of the dunks that Bam had, literally he came over way too late, and he actually tried to push Bam, but Bam was already on the other side of the rim dunking already, so he couldn't really get to him, and he just like looked up at the rim like with the stank face. I was do this.
There was a little contact too on that, but they didn't call it. That could have been an and one, but the refs were letting certain things go, certain things they wouldn't let go. I don't know what the refs was on tonight, but they were.
I'm glad you said it because I tried to.
Yeah, it was the refs was on bull.
Evenly uneven, if that makes sense.
I agree.
Yes, it was. Yeah, you ain't lying.
Wait, I thought we was letting them play. Oh, now we're not letting them play?
Yeah.
Now we're not letting them play now.
Then it started getting ticky-tack, and I was like, well, what is this? Like, okay, we went from letting the physicality go to now it's ticky. The NBA's got to do something about the inconsistency from game to game in these playoffs. Pick one way to officiate because the players can't really adjust if you guys are one night you're gonna let people just run over everybody, the next night you're gonna call.
You can't even blow on nobody. Yeah, you can't even blow on them or something, and then you call it like that flagrant on Caleb Martin. That was perfect example. That flagrant 3. Flagrant 1 that he got, and
I think he deserved that. I think he deserved that.
Oh, he did. Yeah, he totally deserved that.
No, I won't say that. I won't say it was on purpose, but it was definitely a lapse of judgment by Caleb. It was a bonehead play because we gave up a 3. And then on top of that, we gave up position at a crucial point of the game. That was a bonehead play by Caleb Martin.
Yeah, that's what shook me. I was like, dang, Caleb, you almost gave him a 6-point swing. That would have been if he'd hit that 3, it'd have been a 6-point swing. And I'm like, bro, you can't do that. Not in games like this.
That was a bonehead play. I mean, you're gonna close out, but he went all the way up under the man. Like, come on, Caleb.
Yeah, he went all the way up under.
Man, he put his foot all the way
out.
I'm like, bro, that's what we doing.
Yeah, like that was too much. I was like, man, you can't do that. You cannot do
Especially
that.
at that juncture of the game. Like he almost
right
gave
then and
away
there.
the game like that right there.
Yeah, that was just too much, man. But I'm just glad Bam came out and was aggressive, Bam. And he looked
23
like
and 10, Bam. This was
yeah,
the
he
best
looking like
Bam they've seen in the playoffs so far.
he looked like
I
he more
will say,
comfortable ever since
I,
game
I,
two.
I will say that for the Knicks, um, offensively, the second quarter again was the death of us. That quarter, we shut down. I don't know what happened. I know in the first quarter we was doing good offensively. We was
Yeah,
we was attacking. Um, we was doing what we had to do to put up points. But that second quarter, the 6 for 21, 29%, terrible, terrible. I
Yeah.
think that was
yeah,
a big. I think that was a big turnaround in this game.
And one
yeah.
of my
Then,
keys for this game was protecting the basketball. We didn't do a lot of
Yeah,
that tonight,
nah,
especially in the first quarter, first and second quarter. We didn't do a
yeah,
lot of that.
they
yeah, I
had,
knew it was one stretch y'all didn't score for like y'all scored 1 point in like 2 minutes and 23 seconds. It was
yeah.
like a nice little stint, and I was like, that ain't good, especially not in the game that you really, really need. Because statistic wise, they say New York is 0-14 when they trailing 3-1. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yo,
that's like history. History wasn't on their side, and I thought they would. I thought that in the first quarter, I was like, they playing like history ain't on their side. I'm like, it's gonna be a tooth and nail game, and then it came down to like tooth and nail until that second quarter. That second quarter was like, okay. I was like, well, we might be okay. And we kept getting up by like 11, and we go back to like 6 and like 3. I remember RJ Berry hit them 2 back-to-back shots, and I
He
got
had
it
me
back down to
sweating.
like 3.
RJ
And
had me sweating.
I
He
was
had
like,
me
yep.
sweating.
I was like, here we go. And then all of a sudden we just went on a nice little run, and it put us back up. But I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, here we go. But
You know what? What's an underrated element of this game that a lot of people won't talk about? Yeah, Brunson did go off for 30 plus, but Gabe Vincent his defensive intensity on Brunson in this game was a notch above what it has been for the whole series. He was picking up Brunson full court. Like he was full court picking him up and causing him to expend a lot of energy just to get the ball across half court. Now he still got cooked for 32 points.
yeah,
But that was huge. That was key.
He did.
Like,
That
he
boy
was
got
bumping them and
cooked.
grinding them all
Well,
the way
I
up.
will say this: he was off. He was 2 of 7 from the 3-point. He wasn't knocking down his shots from the
Yeah, he wasn't knocking down his shots.
I will say this. This is the part where I say that the game was refereed evenly uneven. Like on one hand, they letting Gabe Vincent, be super physical with Jalen Brunson, and I'm not even complaining about that. But when Josh Hart got on the court, he could not touch Jimmy Butler without them calling the foul. He could not touch him. He could not look at him without them going. I'm like, okay, this is the part that was confusing me. It's like, all right, I'm not mad at them letting them be, physical with Gabe Vincent, be physical with Jalen Brunson. I get it. It's the playoffs. It's absolutely how it should be, right? But on the other end, like, come on, bro.
But at the same time, though, they was letting Jalen Brunson get away with a lot of push-offs, though. I saw a couple of times where Jalen offensively nudged that right, got that separation, and they let it go because they was like, all right, you know what? We're going to let it go here.
That was canceled. Yeah, that they were canceling each other out as far as the physicality go. But what I'm saying is like, all right, if you're going to let Gabe Vincent
let him do it. Let Jalen Brunson do it.
You got to let Josh Hart be able to get physical with Bam. But whatever. Nah, this game came down to rebounding. I'm not saying that's why we lost. You feel me? This game came down to us not being able to secure the rebound. And that's the part that I'm pissed off about. That's the only part I'm going to harp on this whole time I'm on this shit is about we could not get a rebound.
That rebound got. I was surprised, like when Kyle Lowry was grabbing almost at the end of the game, when Kyle Lowry was grabbing like 3 or 4 rebounds, like offensive rebounds. I was like, wow.
Y'all had 5 offensive rebounds in the fourth quarter alone.
Yeah,
this is the third game in this series.
It was that one sequence. It was like I think 2 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna
Well, we
put
just
back
got it. That's
aggressive
the
offensive
series, the
rebound effort on
demoralizing
offensive
part. That's
rebound
where
effort. You
y'all
know,
boys were showing the
and then it
demoralizing.
came to the point where we grabbed the rebound and then it fell out of bounds on us. Then
Yeah,
I got the possession back.
Yep.
Turnovers.
Yep.
Turnovers was killing us as
Lapse of
well. Like
concentration.
dumb
Turnovers.
turnovers down the stretch that kind of like set us back. You know, it took momentum
But
away from us.
aside from that, I feel like this game on both ends was coached pretty well.
Yeah.
Tibbs stepped his game up in this one. He most definitely did. And he
And
listened to y'all by switching up the Grimes and Hart. He showing up listening to y'all. And that shit caused trouble.
It caused
And they
problems.
played so
Yes,
much
it did.
better.
That was a problem.
They played so much better. They
Quiet
played
as
so
kept,
much better.
though. Quiet as kept. This is the third game in this series that our bench outscored your bench. And I went into the series also telling you that I felt like we had the better role players and the better bench. This is the third game. Just to look at the numbers, our bench like 32.
I think
Your bench 10.
The whole series, all
The
four.
whole series, our bench has been
all 4
outplaying your
games.
bench.
I'm with
all
you.
four, okay.
All 4 games. All 4 games. Our bench
hasn't showed up. Period.
No, they were saying that they said that in game 2. They were surprised. They said even in game 2 that we barely the one that we lost. They was just like, wow, the Heat bench still outplayed the Knicks bench, even though the
Knicks pulled it off. And I felt like I felt that way, that the Knicks had the better starting lineup, but we had the better bench. That's where I stuck my flag on. But it's starting to look like our starting lineup might be outplaying your starting lineups too. Like outside
just a little bit.
Just slightly.
Just a little bit.
Not this game.
No, not this game. Not this game at all.
Not this one. No.
Brunson went off, but for the most part, our starters have been hanging with y'all starters, and our bench has just been dominant over your bench.
Look, offensively, like RJ put up 24, Jalen 32. Even though Julius Randle played bad defensively, he still had a good offensive game.
Yeah, like 20 and like 13 or something like that.
He had 20 and 9.
20 and 9. Okay, I thought he got that 10th one, but
you know, I feel like if these guys were just like because I still see y'all putting up that wall sometimes.
Yeah.
So when I put that wall up, there's guys on the corner wide open. And if you look at it, right, we're shooting I think 40% from the corner, especially in this game. You got your guys wide open on the corner, bro. These guys are hitting those shots.
Nah, but Kev, like some of those looks are designed, like they're leaving Obi open on purpose, right? Like they're daring Obi to shoot. And what I did see Obi do today, which I wish he did more of the whole series, he turned down a few. What happened? Oh, I thought he said we muffled. I was reading the comments. Yeah, but he did turn down a few 3-point shots that went to the rack, and I was like, Obi, thank you. Like you, bro, like you can finish around the rim. I've seen you do it. Like, why are you just chucking up threes and airballing, bro? Like, come on, like.
and again. Oh, shout out to Big D, Dwayne in the building. I see you, boy.
Yeah.
But let's talk about it though. Let's stay on that. Obi Toppin, McBride, Josh Hart, a combined 0 for 5 from downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we're gonna let y'all shoot it all day. I kept telling y'all we will gladly live with those guys taking jump shots and shooting 3-pointers all day. As long as we control that paint, then we are good. And that's what we've been doing for the most part. We living and dying. We letting you guys, because you guys are good shooters, but you're not a great 3-point shooting team. Let's just be real about it. Let's be honest with yourselves, New York Knicks fans. You're not a great 3-point shooting team.
We had 50 points in the paint, so
yeah,
you know, we was putting up buckets too. We just wasn't getting stops.
Yeah,
that was the main.
Yeah, them stops was killing it.
You guys, we were killing y'all in the paint in this game. It's just we couldn't get those offensive rebounds and get the stops necessary to at least, you know, put up points.
And as good as Jalen Brunson played today, he took some really momentum killing 3-point shots.
Yeah,
that wasn't necessary. I'm like, bro, you ain't been hitting that. Like, please, just go to the rack. Just go to the rack.
He was heaving.
I do
like,
agree with Roman though. Our ball movement was on point in this game too. Like with our side to side, moving the ball around, getting Jimmy Butler in the paint, finding the right open guy. Jimmy finished with 10 assists, quiet as kept. Jimmy had 10 assists in this game, so he was definitely getting the ball moved around and playing facilitator just as much as he was scoring the ball. Our ball movement was top notch and elite, so let's not understate that.
The ball movement was. I'm happy with Bam. Bam, I remember I said last time, Bam, he made me happy today. He played like we needed him to play. Even when game got close, he still found a way to help us get back up, even though Jimmy wasn't being super Jimmy like he usually be. He still scored, 27? So he's still averaging his playoff Jimmy numbers. But the way Bam played, he made me proud today. I was just like, keep playing like that, play like that again next game, and hopefully if we advance, play like that against either Boston or Philly.
Eventually, Bam was going to wake up. Bam was not going to continue to be that same Bam that he was in the Milwaukee series and earlier in this series. And shout out, before I even forget, shout out Max Strus. Max Strus, I don't know if it's that y'all just don't really have an answer for him or y'all don't know how to defend him, but Max Strus has been getting off on y'all more than he's gotten off on anybody else that we played against. For some reason, he's getting off on y'all. 4 huge three-pointers, 4 3-pointers on 16 points. I
think he turned into Ray Allen or something. Because
exactly.
Exactly. That Ray Allen, bro. Like
he didn't turn straight in there. Because remember, he wasn't doing all that before, and all of a sudden
he's coming up a screen, his face, knocking him down. I'm like, yo, son, he must be Ray Allen, because
and he dunking too. That boy, he been taking it to the rack a lot more too.
Quiet as kept, there's been rumors about Tyler Hero might be ready to come back if we make it to the finals. Max is saying, Tyler, you coming off the bench. Because if I'm Coach Spo, the way that Max is playing and the level of intensity he has, even if Tyler was available, I go with Max in this situation.
Max is the better defender.
Max is the better defender.
By far.
Tyler a liability. Tyler, I'm not going to lie, but they say he had a schedule.
Our defense has got so much better since Tyler has. I mean, God bless Tyler Hero. I hope you get better soon. I don't want to say, but our defense has been so much better, and our turnovers are way down without Tyler.
Yeah, it's a good thing that we need Tyler back for that extra scoring, of course. But as far as the defensive wise, Max Strus is doing a much better job, and he's still getting off some shots. He almost scoring 20. A game. And
in the chat, I want one of y'all to answer this. One of you, either you, Kev, or T-Time. Dwayne, he's a New York Knicks fan, my boy. He says that the Knicks defense is horrible. Now, what do you say to that, being that you're coached by one of the best defensive coaches in the league?
No, he said, do you hear these bums? He talking about no, he's talking about somebody else said our defense is horrible.
Okay, well, how do you explain the defensive deficiencies that y'all had over the last couple of games with such a strong-minded defensive coach?
So, this game, I don't think we played bad defensively. Last game, I don't really feel like we played bad defensively neither. I think last game,
y'all gave up 20 points almost.
Yeah, game 3, we just couldn't score worth shit. You know what I mean? I feel like that's where the lead came from, is the fact that we couldn't score worth shit. But defensively, we did all right. Tonight, defensively, I felt like we did all right as well. We just couldn't secure the defensive possession by getting the rebound.
You can tell that Julius Randle deflation face, that set it off.
We gave up a few easy buckets. I feel like that happens to every team throughout a game. But for the most part, there were multiple efforts on defense. I like the way we were closing out for the most part. But like I said, the Miami ball movement was immaculate today. The ball moves faster than you could run. So I feel like the effort was there on defense. I like the way we were closing out on shooters for the most part. I like
the Julius, huh?
Yeah,
they was football passing that. They was football passing the ball. Like, I was like, what is this?
It was second and third efforts on defense.
Yep.
But Miami showed a lot of patience. And when they got the offensive rebound, they made us pay for it. You know what I mean? Like, So that's where it came from. Defensively, I don't really have much of an issue how we played defensively, except for Julius Randle.
Yeah, he was
I,
just. I
I
told
think
y'all last time. I don't know
yeah.
what Julius be doing. He just get mad and be like, you know what? I'm not doing nothing.
Nobody on your team had double-digit rebounds. That's like gotta be a first. Like for nobody, not Mitchell Robinson, not Julius Randle, not RJ Barrett, not Harkenstein off the bench, not Josh Hart. Nobody on your team got
Hartenstein is stealing money from y'all. Hartenstein is stealing money from the New York Knicks, man.
Hey, Cody Zeller might be stealing money from us. I was looking
He
at him.
most definitely is.
I was like, yo, what is Cody doing out there? Yo, Cody was thinking it up for a minute.
Is out there doing nothing.
To answer Dwayne, they would get fast break points of turnovers. Right? Yeah. That's what that was happening. And then we got that one when Kevin Love went touchdown pass to Jimmy Butler. But other than that, most of those came off of turnovers. Up until this point, Hartenstein's been good for us, especially in the first series.
Yeah. He was a monster.
But this series has been different.
Yeah. I feel like our bigs have trouble with other bigs that are mobile and can do multifaceted things like Bam could do. Like Bam gives Mitchell Robinson fits because he can move. He can really dribble the basketball. He could drive, go left, right. He could pull up for the jumper. And that's like Mitchell Robinson is not quick-footed.
No, Bam was just blowing by him. I mean,
he kept blowing by him.
Get him up in the air and he was gone. Like,
he was out of there. Mitchell was like he got cement in his feet because he was moving so slow. And that one turnover that he got at the end of the game, which could have probably helped y'all get a little bit closer, that was just a dumb play by him. When he went up and I think he got the rebound and somehow he knocked it out of bounds. I was just like, what? I was like, okay. I was like, all right, we'll take it. We take whatever we can get. And it was like, I think it was like 99 to like 100 something when he did it too.
Another piece of history, Tibbs, your coach is 0-6 as a coach when trailing 2-1 in the playoffs. It's now 3-1 in the playoffs.
Yep.
It's over.
Knicks is 0-14. They 0-14 went down 3-1.
Off in New York, and we end up beating y'all in 5. Who saw that coming?
I know, right?
It's looking real grim, man.
Yeah, that might be crazy. Like that might be because history. Like history says,
we're going for the win. We're not trying to come back to Miami. Please believe Spo has those boys geared up to win this thing in New York.
Yeah, he want to take it back. We don't want to go back. We definitely don't want to go back for no game 7 in New York. That's no.
I'm trying to lose in New York, man. That's all I want. I want my guys to have some pride and not lose on their home court, man. But it's looking grim. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. The band is tuning up, man.
The fat lady getting ready to sing.
Yeah, she out there clearing her throat right now.
But check it, right? I always said even before the series even started, I said even before the playoffs started, I said Knicks get out the first round. I'm happy. Like I'm happy if the Knicks get out the first round because we ain't supposed to be here. But I really did think we could beat Miami. I was confident in that. You feel me? Super confident in that. But yeah.
That was disrespectful, but especially by Kev talking about Knicks in 5. Like I said, I had us winning in 7 games, but now the way it's looking, I kind of underrated my own team because we look like we about to finish y'all in 5 games.
6. I was like, I would thought we was, but I just wanted us to get there because they whooped our ass in the regular season. And I know playoffs and regular seasons are different, but
it's a different animal, and that's what I stress. Yeah. The playoff is where coaching starts to separate between the two teams, and role playing starts to separate between the two teams. And for those reasons, we have the better coach and we have the better role players. So naturally,
stepped up though. Our bench has stepped up a whole bunch, which has helped us out a lot.
Go ahead, my fault. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you good, T. I was just saying our bench stepped up, and that's good for us. Because man, just imagine if they weren't playing like they should be. Look at Kyle Lowry. Once again, he had 15 points, 16 points, and some good rebounds. He had like 5 or 6 rebounds and like 3 or 4 assists.
Quality minutes.
We need that from him.
Quality minutes. And I'm looking at the amount of minutes that Jalen Brunson is playing over the last couple of games. He gave 44 minutes in this game. I think he was over 40 minutes in the last game too. Julius Randle, 39 minutes in this game. Last game, he was close to 40 minutes. At some point, you're putting a lot of wear and tear and pressure on your guys. Our guys are barely cracking 40. Jimmy is the only player on the team who got close to 40 minutes.
He had 40. I think he had 42.
42 minutes. Spo's doing a masterful job with keeping our guys fresh, especially with veterans like Kyle Lowry coming off the bench, where he's able to give us a quality 26 minutes. It's not just 26 dog minutes. Kyle Lowry is giving you 26 minutes where he's pushing the pace, dictating the tempo, hitting his mid-range shot, getting guys involved. I mean, he finished with 15, 5, and 4. Off the bench.
15, like 15, 5. We needed that from Kyle. Like we didn't get that from Kyle in the first series, but until he warmed up, and now we getting 15 and 5 from him. We get like what 2 or 3 rebounds from Zeller. I mean, we still haven't seen the emergence of Duncan Robinson until in the Milwaukee series. We seen him that one game, so we know he got the umph to do it. But we still ain't seen Duncan Robinson go stupid. And Caleb Martin, it looked like he wasn't hurt today.
Yeah.
I was happy with that too. He looked like he got back to his form. And now that we got Caleb going crazy, along with Kyle and
Max.
Max, and we got freaking
we're clicking. Now we're clicking. And this is the perfect time to be playing your best basketball.
Yeah, we still ain't had our best game yet, man. It's yet to come.
So to respond to the minutes thing, right? I think Coach Tommy King got much of a choice. Obi ain't playing particularly well, so you got to play Julius Randle heavy minutes. Emmanuel Quickly's hurt. For whatever reason, he don't trust Deuce all that much. I think Deuce need to be playing, especially when Kyle Lowry's on the court. I think that's good minutes for Deuce because Kyle Lowry's been a catalyst and he's a pest. I'm not saying he's going to shut him all the way down, but he's definitely could make it difficult for Kyle Lowry.
Oh, he did. Kyle had to work a little harder this game than he did last game.
I mean, the homie got some good defense.
But Deuce only got 4 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the part that kind of is baffling to me. But I get why he's playing these guys these kind of minutes because we ain't really got like the other guys ain't showing up. And I wanted to say something else too, but I'll let GC rock. I couldn't foresee Emmanuel Quickly playing as bad as he did in the playoffs. I'm talking about he played bad even in the Cleveland series offensively.
That was surprising.
Yeah.
So this is where my confidence came from. I'm like, we got Quickly coming off the bench, giving 15 a night. Oh, let's go. We going. Yeah.
Is this his first playoffs? Is Quickly's first playoffs?
Second.
Yeah, second.
Yeah, he was a rookie his first one, and that series.
Well, all around, though, like we pretty much a young team. You know?
The lights are too bright. The lights are too bright in the second round, maybe.
No, we still learning. It's a process, you know. It's a process. We're gonna go through all these bumps in a row like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And us losing Tyler, I think us losing Tyler made our team. It made us figure out what we was really good at and who was really good at what. And in that second game, like I was saying, it woke Bam up. When Bam had that horrible second game and he put it on his back and he lost it, it basically he said he put it on himself. I was like, he don't never do that. So he's finna either
he's been a different Bam since then.
Yeah, either he finna super fold or he finna take off, and he took off, and now he getting double. He didn't have the double doubles the last couple games, and he had the ending of the Milwaukee series. He had a triple double.
Yeah, he did last game of that series. That was a triple double.
So just imagine that, and he's still getting his 4 or 5 assists, and he grabbing them 12, 13 rebounds, and scoring like 20 something. Now we needed all 20 something points from Bam tonight. Because the Knicks was playing like they didn't want to be down 3-1. They didn't want to be down 3-1, but they was definitely playing like it. Like besides
hit on it. He hit on it when he said that you guys don't really have a matchup or anyone who can contain Bam when he's running the point like that. The Bam is so versatile. There's not really a guy that y'all can assign outside of Julius. But if you put Julius on Bam, then that's I don't even know if that's a good idea. But Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell definitely can't do it. Hartenstein can't do it.
They could have tried playing Obi and Julius together, and
But
play football.
if Obi was playing better, I think that would have been a thing. But Obi ain't been
That's what
playing
surprised
good.
He's a liability on offense for y'all right now because
Yeah,
Obi Toppin can't hit nothing.
and on defense, because when they got Duncan Robinson out there, he been smoking Obi. Like it, every time they go right at Obi with Duncan Robinson.
Yep, that's surprising.
Over
But
screens.
Duncan's defense has gotten a lot better. Even though his shots been off, Duncan Robinson has been defending a lot better in these playoffs. It's probably because the game that the Milwaukee series when he kind of got a little bit of his confidence back.
29, but his defense has stepped up. Uh, his quality of defense has stepped up.
He's gotten a lot better. He was
Astronomically
criticized heavily for his poor defense.
Yeah,
and that's
remember
one of the knocks
boy,
on
he
him.
used to have guards blowing by him. He used to have centers blowing by him. Like he's just boo.
He was a green light. He was literally a green light.
We ain't never tried to. I don't feel like we tried to attack him or put him in situations to make him have to defend, which is something I don't understand. But one thing I was like, all right, Gabe defense. He was playing great initial defense on Jalen Brunson, but when Jalen Brunson got the opportunity to go downhill 1-on-1 against him, he was kind of dominating him. And I was like, then when they forced the switch with him and RJ Barrett, I was like, yes, more of that.
How come y'all don't run? Why don't y'all run pick and roll with Brunson and Julius Randle? Like that would to me, that just seems like the most obvious play to call. Y'all don't even. I've never seen y'all do that one time in this whole series.
That's coaching, bro. That's coaching. That's coaching.
That's all coaching.
That would put us in such a predicament if you got Brunson at the top of the key pounding the ball, and then Julius come off with the pick, and we don't know whether to pop out or to stay at home. That would put us in a conundrum. But y'all not even exploring that. Y'all coach. I don't know. Thibs is really getting. He's being out coached for sure in this series. He's definitely being out coached by Spo.
Yeah, it's because Thibs not like T Time and Kev was saying, like Thibs the only he must have heard them say switch Grimes, switch Hart. He's seen that work, but he still is basically like, I got enough confidence in Brunson and Randall to either take over the game or hold the game for us if we got the lead. But what's happening is they are expending so much energy trying to stop Butler, trying to stop Martin now, trying to stop Bam. Because
Max there.
Randall spent a lot of energy trying to stop Bam today, and you could tell he was tired. And by some of the looks and stuff, and how he dropped off from trying to defend him, he was just like, you know what, And like you said, like we all seen, he was blowing past Mitchell Robinson. Like he would get him up in the air, go. He would just back him down, swoop, 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 go, and then it was points. It's literally they called timeout like 3 times because he dunked like 4 times in a row, and it was just like, listen, man, come on. Come here. Come on. Come back in. Bring it back in.
And then another thing is like with Mitch, the problem is that he's been doing a lot of help. He's been helping a lot, especially on when Jimmy Butler's on the floor. And I don't understand for the life of me why we won't take away Jimmy Butler right hand. It's just annoying to see. Like, yo, he's going right. And I call it every time. He's going right.
Yeah.
Well, you would think Thibs would know that. Thibs is who coached him, like pretty much like the bulk of his, his career.
So, for instance, right, I was hearing a story about J.R. Smith. He said his first game, he goes, I forgot who he was playing, and he said, yo, the coach shoulder was telling him all week, don't bite on the pump fake. He's going to pump fake. He's going to do this, 2 dribbles, do this move, pump fake. Do not bite on the pump fake.
2 or 3 pump fakes, not just one. Like he going to hit you with a couple.
So J.R. Smith said, as soon as he get in the game, same thing. 2, 3 dribble spin, pump fake. He said, jump. And I feel like that's what's happening with Jimmy Butler. I'm pretty sure Coach Tibbs like, yo, he going right. But he hit grounds with an in and out pause on the baseline. And I'm like, yo, bro, you know he's going right. You know he's going right. Make him go to his left hand. If he's scoring you on the left, all right, tip your cap, but get his right. And whoever's guarding him will not do it. We did a better job of not biting on the pump fakes for Jimmy Butler this game. I was happy with that.
Yeah.
Like I was happy with that, but everything else going to the right. It's just, I don't know. Rebounding.
The rebounding was damaging to us, bro. Like that shit
Yeah,
was
Demoralizing.
it took the life out of us, especially in
that
that fourth
rebounding was
quarter, bro.
that rebounding
Fourth
was.
quarter, the fourth quarter is the one that hurt the most. That was the kill. That was the dagger. You know, we didn't. They kept getting them tap backs every time, bro. I'm like, damn, bro, we just can't get one. And then when we did get one, it was like, what the fuck?
Then you turn the ball over. Like there was one where y'all got one, but
When it
then
fell out of bounds.
out of bounds because Grimes and RJ was trying to decide who wanted to get the rebound. I don't know what that was. Like they were just sitting there looking at each other, and then afterwards they just both shook their head. Like that body language like that make me feel like y'all already planning for Cancun. Them boys they was looking like a couple times y'all was coming out the court looking like 1, 2, 3 Cancun. Y'all effort was still there, but the aura and the energy and the body language y'all was giving off was very Cancunish. It was it was starting to creep in a little bit. It looked like
Grimes is a problem. I gotta admit, Grimes is a problem.
Yo, talk that shit.
Yo, listen.
know it.
I think Jimmy Butler's Jimmy Butler, man. And I always say when it comes to some of the best players in the NBA, your job is only to make sure they don't go for 40. You feel me? Like, yo, listen, he's one of those guys. Make sure he don't go for 40. That's your job. And I feel like Quentin Grimes did as good as you could do on a player like Jimmy Butler. You don't stop those kind of players. There's no stopping those guys. You feel me? But as far as the 1, 2, 3 Cancun comment, what I saw every time they came out of the huddle, they upped their intensity. You feel me? Like they definitely was given. We not trying to go back to New York down 3-1. I don't think no vacation plans were booked. I think what you saw was them trying to be more stoic than overexcited. You know what I mean? Because look at who the leader of the team is, Jalen Brunson. That's the way he carried himself. He carried himself in a stoic nature. You know, so I think that's the vibe that, you know, they were trying to get off, not getting too high or too low, depending on what the game was dictating. You were making a run, but it ain't done yet. You still got to keep plugging. I think that's how they were going at it. Because what I saw is every time they came out of timeout, it was like, all right, they upped it a little bit.
Yeah, I seen it. It would have been like it would have been crazy to see if like they said in the comments, if Jimmy didn't go down in game 2, it might have been over with for the Knicks tonight. Like
that's how I feel.
Like tonight,
I feel that way.
I always go back to this, and I find it crazy.
But you're saying Julius Randle didn't play in game 1?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's what he's gonna go to.
Okay.
But Julius Randle hasn't really proved that he's a difference maker in this series.
That still is a key, though. That still is. How is it that y'all get flowers because Jimmy didn't play, but Julius don't play, and it's like, well, you know,
because of the contributions of Jimmy versus the contributions of Julius.
I was scared
Randle.
when he came back. I ain't gonna lie. When Julius Randle came back, I was like, "Oh my goodness, here we got to deal with this nigga." But
has he been a problem to us though?
Yeah, no. It's just Julius' attitude is what's messing him up.
He gave y'all 25 in 11 in game 2, and if he probably would have been flirting around 25 if he didn't foul out tonight.
He did that. I just don't see him being as impactful as Jimmy Butler.
Though, chill, like on some real shit. I without being all biasness to the side, bro. Put your bias stuff to the side, bro. You know, if Julius Randle would have played in that first game, it would have been a difference maker, bro. You know that.
So I don't know that y'all would have won the game because I've seen Julius Randle play in every other game.
Playing game 2 is because we won, right? So wouldn't it be the same way in game 1?
So what happens when they both play then? Who wins?
Right? Because
who's been winning? Who's been winning with them both playing?
I'm just saying it would have.
I hate hypotheticals. I hate hypotheticals. If Jimmy would have played this, would have happened. I hate that.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
I'm with you, T. I'm with T time. I hate the hypotheticals.
It's not like this game could have went either way. You feel me?
Yeah, like I hate the hypotheticals.
I'm just cancel that whatever's happening because I'm hearing all that.
I said, all we can go off is what we've seen happen. And when Jimmy and Randall both play in the game, Jimmy has been far more impactful than Julius in the games that have been played. Aside from game 2, they didn't both play. But in all the games that they've both played in, who's been more impactful? Kev, answer that for me.
Shout out to my guy Rels.
I mean, of
Good,
course,
Kev.
Jimmy Butler, but of course, Jimmy Butler.
That's all we can go off of. That's all we can go off of, bro.
I just feel like it's one side. When it comes to that, to me, it's like one-sided. I feel like it's very one-sided when it comes to that, but you know, that's just me.
Because look.
No, I agree with you, Kev. Like we never know what would have happened in game 1 if Julius was there. But that's the same way with Giannis in that series.
You feel me? Like you can't say that y'all would have won that game. Game 1, home court advantage with Julius Randle is different from being in your home court with both of them. You feel me? Like it's different. The home court team is expected to win those games. You feel me? Like So that's what I'm saying. I don't like hypotheticals because going into game 1 with Julius Randle with home court advantage, we're expected to win that game. You feel me? Like us going to Miami, y'all are expected to win those games.
Okay, well, just like us right now up 3-1, going back to New York, we're expected to gentlemen sweep y'all, and we will gentlemen sweep y'all in New York on your floor. That is going to happen. I don't see a scenario where Coach Spo pisses away this clinching game. Closeout games are the toughest games to win.
It's toughest game.
But y'all have not showed me anything. There's nothing y'all show me in this series to make me believe y'all are going to just miraculously wake up and make this a longer series than it should be. We finished y'all boys in 5 games. Gentlemen, sweet heat, blouse.
I'm going to have to give y'all my take. I'm my phone finna die, so I'm gonna have to jump off real quick. But it was good talking to y'all fellas, man. The game was excellent, man. I'm so glad I got a chance. And we gonna after game 5, I'm gonna be right back. Hopefully with my joint full.
Most definitely.
It was good talking to y'all. Chill, you already know. T-time, salute my boy Kev, salute my boy, man. Glad we it was a good game this game. Glad it wasn't no super blowout or nothing like that. And I see y'all after the next one.
Absolutely.
Later.
Yes, later.
Salute. Yeah. Nah, chill. Like to say that you haven't seen anything, that's crazy. Because
I haven't seen anything that makes me think y'all gonna make this a series.
I told you what my hopes is at this point. I think I said the band is tuning up. Yeah, I mean, I'm just keeping it a buck. But at the same time, to say you see nothing, like I feel like the effort that was given tonight, except for on the defensive boards, I was like, this caused to be concerned going into game 6. Like
it was strong effort, but the fact that we led the entire game and we basically controlled the
game, not the entire game.
Okay, well, 98.9% of the game, we controlled it. We basically showed that we have control of the series, and I think we demoralized y'all a lot tonight, and it took a lot of your confidence away. So there's not a scenario that I see y'all coming back and making this longer than a 5 game. I did initially say 7 games, so for that I gotta hold some kind of respect for y'all because going into the series, I thought it would be a long. But I've seen certain things in the series, and I feel like Coach Spo is keyed in, and he has the perfect game plan for y'all. And without Emmanuel quickly, I just think you're putting too much on Brunson. Those minutes that he's playing, I think, are going to add up at some point on his ankle. And I just know if you guys are going to have enough to make this interesting tomorrow. Or I'm sorry, when is our next game? Wednesday. Okay, so yeah. Gives y'all a couple of days to kind of get it together, but I think it's late. We've already figured y'all out, and we got the blueprint. So we're gonna finish y'all in New York.
I think that in the next game, if we come with the same intensity offensively and just rebound the ball better, I think we might have a chance to at least win at home. But that just depends on what kind of energy they come with, because we didn't play bad offensively in this game. It only came down to a couple of offensive rebounds that really cost us this game. That was it.
When you look at the stat sheet, everything is pretty much
It,
even. Maybe
like,
assists is y'all got the advantage on assists, but if
right.
you look at the field goal percentage from three and from two, free throws, rebounding is the major stat that stands out. Uh,
Rebounding, and also don't underestimate the bench points, the bench production.
No, the bench points,
That
absolutely,
was
absolutely.
that was
absolutely.
very
But
lopsided in this game.
but but even with the bench points, we were still in the game. We still kept fighting and and kept coming back into the game. So
You
even with
did have
all that,
effort.
we still was able to manage.
You did have stronger effort. I will give you that. Your effort in this game was much stronger than it was in the prior game, but your effort in the prior game wasn't really lacking. It's just like you said, y'all boys missed a lot of shots. Y'all missed
And
a
I
lot
think,
of shots, and
but
we
I think what really I will always go back to that one possession that lasted like maybe 2-3 minutes of
It
us
felt like
getting
2-3
killed.
minutes. That
Yo,
one possession felt
yo,
like 2-3
I'm
minutes.
like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Why can't y'all grab the fucking ball? Like, what is going on, bro?
oh yeah,
And
yeah, I
it's
saw
like,
that.
yo, and that right there, but even after that, that we kept losing the possession and losing the possession, we still kept fighting back and trying to like come
Yeah.
back into the game.
Yeah.
So that's what kind of confuses me when you say you don't see nothing.
Yeah, no, I look, I'm giving y'all all the credit in the world for fighting and playing harder than you played in the prior game, but just as hard as you guys fought, we fought back even harder. So whenever you guys started making a run or trying to get a little momentum or trying to come with something, somebody, whether it was Max with a three-point dagger, whether it was Bam with a clutch rebound, whether it was Jimmy with a nice no-look pass, somewhere down the line we outworked y'all. And that's
Yeah.
where I'm saying I haven't seen, because I haven't really seen y'all outwork us. Absent or minus the game two that we, were really just scrambling to try to get a win without Jimmy. Outside of that game, I feel like we've outworked y'all in every single game. So I don't see that, changing in this next game. And in this was a prime example tonight. I mean, for the most part, we controlled and led for almost the entire game. You know how the Miami Heat don't normally do that. We usually are the team playing from behind. We're built to play from behind, but we actually led you guys for the majority of the game. That to me was a mental message saying that we're ready to close this out. When I see certain things in my team, that to me made me feel that way as well. Plus, just the way you guys looked demoralized after I think we kind of broke your will a little bit. Yeah, you guys were still playing hard, but I think your spirit is somewhat cracked.
Nah,
I disagree with
I
that.
disagree, bro. I
Again,
disagree.
yeah,
You know why I
because you
disagree?
know when my dad, Kev, my fault.
I feel like if we were so demoralized, like you say we was, right after that, we just y'all would have just blew us out. In other words, in other games, y'all would have just blew us out. But the fact that they kept fighting and fighting and fighting to the very last second, it tells me very different.
Okay. Well, that should be encouraging for you. If I was a Knicks fan, which I'm not, that's the encouraging factor that I would look at. The fact that we kept fighting back and that we didn't get blown out. But the truth is the truth. Fact of the matter is y'all are down 3 games to 1. This is a must-win situation. I predicted it. After last game, I said we're gonna put y'all in a must-win situation on our home court, and that's what we just did. So now you're going back on the pressure. All the pressure in the world is on y'all. Like we got pressure because we want to close you out, and close out games are tough. But y'all have the ultimate. You play in the most famous arena in the world. You guys haven't been to the playoffs. Well, the expectations for you all haven't been what they are, and haven't been that way for some years now. The lights are going to be bright. They're going to be so bright that you can burn a hole in the hardwood floor with that light. It's gonna be hot. The light is gonna be hot. So who's gonna have it for you guys? Who's gonna step up in that moment to be able to carry y'all over the threshold? I don't think you have that guy at this stage of the series. I just don't
You
see it
guys,
happen.
I think that we have a few guys. I think Jalen Brunson is one of those guys. I think RJ Barrett is that guy. You know what I mean? And I think Julius Randle, when he's mentally there, he's that guy. You know what I mean? And I will say this again. It only came down to a few possessions in this game. So in game 5, if we come with that same intensity like we did in this game offensively, I think that we might have a chance to win the next game.
You said it
My
yourself
opinion.
that you guys are a better, you feel like y'all are a better road team than a
Well,
home team. What's going to happen when you guys get at home and you get to a slow start? We take the early big lead and that crowd starts getting a little antsy. I think the pressure on your Knicks players are going to be so strong. Like the Statue of Liberty could be on their shoulders. It's going to be a really tough situation. It's going to be worse than being in Miami because the expectations aren't really there for y'all on our home court. But now you're in an elimination game at home in Madison Square Garden. I think this is immense pressure, and y'all are undermining it right now.
I'm not undermining anything. I just feel like, you know, I've seen many times in pressure situations, my guy Jalen Brunson rise to the occasion. Today was a pressure situation. He still gave y'all 32. We lost,
yep.
but that wasn't on his effort. You feel me? Julius Randle, he fouled out. He 20. He shot 50% from the field. Yeah, I mean, I like the way he approached the game offensively. I hated the way he played defensively. Offensively, I like the way he approached the game today. I said he had to be aggressive. He was aggressive. A few times he went directly at Bam, and I was like, he has to keep doing that. So that's why I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm not undermining the pressure, bro. It's going to be definite pressure, but I also feel like it's pressure for both teams. It's pressure for you guys to close this out.
Yeah,
because
these are the hardest games to win. The hardest game to win is a closeout game on the road at that.
Even though the history is against us, you guys don't want to be on the other side of that history.
No, definitely not.
And I don't think that you would want to give us, like, y'all got to go into New York putting your foot on the gas. Like you can't give us a chance, because if you guys give us that chance, we might make you pay.
Oh yeah, we
in a way that you might not like.
We have to jump out on y'all. We got to jump out and get off to an early start, control the tempo and the flow early. Jimmy got to get to the line, get his mojo going early.
As a matter of fact, it might be more pressure on you guys to win the series than us.
Nah, I wouldn't say whatever.
You can't flip that. That's there's no way.
I gotta disagree with that one, Kev.
But we're still undefeated at home, by the way, in these playoffs. We haven't lost a home game in these playoffs yet.
Right.
That counts for something.
Yeah, that's what's up. But yeah, again, this game really came down to rebounding, man.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that, like, even when you talk about the bench point, most of your bench players was getting 8 points off second chance
points. Second chance points. We got a lot of those.
Yeah, I'm like,
and that's not even our MO. That's more your game. That's more what y'all do. Y'all get those second chances efforts with Mitchell Robinson and Randall. And
points with 17-7 yards. Y'all out by 10 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, but yeah, it was an entertaining game. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I just wish we could have got through, because I was like, yo, I think we got it down to 4. We had it down to 2 a few times. I was like, okay, this is what I want to see. This is where it happens. Rebound, offensive rebound, rebound.
And we end up scoring. That's where it got kind of demoralizing. So it was a good win for us. Tough loss for y'all. So now that you know that you're facing an elimination game, going back to Madison Square. So T-Town, what's your keys for y'all boys to extend this series and keep hope alive?
They don't differ from what I said last time. Keep being aggressive, play with pace. Don't turn over the fucking ball and rebound. That's it. You feel me? I feel like our starters is doing a well enough job to win us these games, even with the bench suffering. Offensively at least. Yeah, I mean, so that needs to be like, just rebound and take care of the basketball. Like, those two things happen, I feel like we win this game, but they didn't. So yeah, those are my keys to victory: pace, protect the ball, and rebound, and be aggressive. That's it.
All right. Well, I want to give my keys for the Heat going into this closeout game. Start off early. Keep the aggressive start. I like the early punch in the mouth. We got to come out aggressive. Get Jimmy going to the paint early. I want to see a lot less pump fakes from Jimmy and just going straight up. I want to just see that Jimmy. I don't want to really see the passive 10 assists, 12 assists Jimmy. I want to see the assassin Jimmy come out and really make an effort to close y'all out. I look for the defense to continue to stay as sharp as they've been against Julius Randle and just work on keeping Jalen Brunson as busy as possible. I like the idea of picking him up full court, continue to pick him up full court, bump him up the court, do whatever we have to do to wear him down, just so in those clutch situations he may not have it. So those are my keys pretty much for Miami. If we do all that, then we're good. Coach Spo, don't make no mental coaching errors, which I don't see that happening in the next game. So I just look for that solid effort and our role players to keep playing like they've been playing. Kev?
I would say offensive rebound. That's a big one. We gotta secure those. I feel like moving the ball around is another one. I think that we should try to, instead of shooting less threes and try to create for others, because I feel like that's a good way to break down that 2-3 zone that y'all play. And just be more aggressive to the basket. Attack the basket more, because I feel like in this game we was able to attack the paint more than we did in the last game, which is why we got the 50 points. And I will say, try to defend the perimeter better, because I feel like y'all was killing us from the 3-point. Strauss was killing us from the 3-point.
Yeah, Strus is a beast, man. Y'all gotta definitely account for him.
I feel like, and I think another thing would be is somebody got to keep an eye on Kyle Lowry. I feel like it's time for Coach Tommy T to give Deuce more than 4 minutes and
Yep.
try to take Kyle Lowry out of the fucking second unit. I think that if we take Kyle Lowry out of the second unit and make him work harder than what he, you know what I mean? Like, try to take him out the game period
Yeah.
with Deuce. I think that'll help us out tremendously.
That's gonna be tough. We'll see though. We'll definitely see what happens. So y'all like y'all chances extending the series and making it go back to Miami. I like this ending and closing out in Madison Square Garden. Y'all can mark me down for it, record me, whatever y'all need to do, screenshot me. But I say the Heat in 5 games now, and we close this thing out in Madison Square Garden. So we'll see how it go. We're gonna do the recap. Y'all fellas gonna be here for the recap, of course. I'm sure we're gonna do this
Yeah,
again.
we've been here the last.
Yeah.
we
Okay.
haven't
So
been ducking.
no, I definitely don't see y'all ducking no smoke. But
Yeah.
shout out to everybody else that's in the chat, though. We appreciate everybody for showing up. Once again, T-Time and Kev, I appreciate both of y'all for having your boy on behalf of GC. We appreciate you having us on here, having a little friendly debate. And we're gonna keep this thing going until the last game of the series. You're gonna go all the way with it.
Man. That's what this is about, man. It's actually, it was a fun time. It was a nice experience. I never
Yeah.
seen nothing like this before.
Me neither.
Nah,
Same here.
me
Same here.
And that's why when I found out we was gonna play Miami, I ain't even gonna hold you. You the first person I thought of. I'm like, I gotta hit Chill Up, and we gotta do something, because this is something different. Like,
this is different, and we haven't had this rivalry in years. And
right.
like, I've been knowing you and debating you for so long, but we've never been able to go directly at each other on a team-to-team basis. So this is dope, man. Salute to you, T-Time, for sure.
This was a lot
No
of
problem.
fun.
No problem. Salute.
It was dope.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. You know what I mean? Even the trolls.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, you know what? Some of them boys though, they be spitting the real. I know y'all feel like they, because they Nets fans, they biased, but they be saying some real shit. Some shit is factual. So shout out to y'all, salute to y'all. Even if y'all trolling, y'all still making some good points. So I see you out there.
Chill. They here because that's hilarious. They here because
I
they ain't
always
got
got
no
to
they
put
don't
my
got no
man on
basketball
fast.
to talk about. So they want to come and talk basketball with us because they've been packed up for like 2 weeks now. You know what I mean? So where
Yeah.
else they gonna go?
So,
You know what I mean? Where else they gonna go? They gonna come here and talk basketball with us because they team been Cancun for 2 weeks now. They might be on a different destination. We already see Ben Simmons on fishing boats. Did you not on Instagram? Ben Simmons on a fishing boat. You know what I mean? Like,
ask your man Jaffe what he thought about Ben Simmons when the season started.
Yo, y'all wrong, yo.
I'm gonna say this to Jaffe because he said my take about us beating y'all was horrible, but this is the same guy that said Donovan Mitchell was gonna pack us up.
Yeah,
he said that
we was gonna lose by 5.
He said
we was gonna lose.
He said
in 5.
Donovan Mitchell was gonna pack us up, and now he was wrong. Then he started coming on in here. Oh, they were inexperienced. You see how they switch it up? You feel me? You see how they were inexperienced. But now I was wrong. I could admit that. I was wrong. I thought we was going to beat Miami, and I can admit that. But you got to understand, you've been wrong. Big Fan Breezy was wrong about his team. He said they had 76 ways how they was going to beat the Sixers. I said he was smoking crack. They couldn't even win a game.
Nah, yeah. Yeah, that was...
No, and then what's funny? What's funny is that Jaffe hid the whole Cleveland series. Hit the whole Cleveland series. He never once came in this chat throughout the whole series.
Hey, Jaffe, they say you be hiding, bro.
Game 2 in this series, he was nowhere to be found. But
me and Big Fan Breezy do a show every Saturday.
Yep.
When the Sixers got swept, Jaffe didn't show.
Jaffe was nowhere to be found.
When we beat the Cavaliers, Jaffe didn't show.
Nowhere to be found.
Oh, you can't be disappearing when your boys lose. You see, I was front and center right after game 2. I was right here.
This is the most consistent Jaffe has ever been here on Knicks.
Fact. And I'm glad, I'm glad you here, Chill, right? Cause he calling me out saying I was hiding after we lost. What was it, game 3?
Yeah,
right? Yeah. So I'm sitting here like, well, as far as I'm concerned, Chill said he was gonna go celebrate after the game, and we was gonna do the recap after.
Yeah. I had to go have some drinks after that one. Yeah, I was feeling good.
So picture me calling Chill, rushing Chill to hurry up back so we could do this recap. Meanwhile, he out here celebrating.
Y'all took almost 2 days to do the recap of game 2 as well, right?
Right.
Yeah.
They wasn't asking for no recap. They wasn't begging for the recap after game 2.
No.
Yeah. Nobody was weird tea time, weird Kev. It was cricket.
It was crying.
But hey, all views is good views. So regardless of what, I'm just glad everybody's here. And this little project that we doing seem like it's working. So
this is great, bro. This is great. That's why I hope the series continues so we can continue making great content.
Knicks in 5. You talk about you hope the series continues. you had y'all getting us up out of here in 5 games. Now you want a long series. Now you want it to continue.
And listen, I was wrong, bro. That's cool. It happens. You ain't gonna be always right.
True. Yeah, like shoot, I was wrong. I said Heat in 7, and it's looking like Heat in 5. So I was wrong too.
All right, y'all. We out of here, man.
We out. Bless.
Have a good one, man.